Heads are literally gonna roll with this one. Just keep watching. Hello toy fans, I'm here with another one of our toy openings. Today we're looking at another one of those awesome Jazwares 6-inch Legendary Series action figures. We're looking of course at Black Knight from Fortnite, and I love this skin. This is one of those I missed out on the skin because he was the tier 100 skin, if I remember correctly, back in like season 2. And he does not ever show back up in shop. And this season, with all the castle stuff going on, it's kind of like one of those where it's like, I kind of wish I had this skin. I think it'd be awesome to play with online. But there's other skins that I play with in order to get that castle feel. Now the Black Knight here does come with 40 points of articulation and 8 pieces. I enjoy this figure so much. This is actually one of those that I am building a cosplay on if you follow my Instagram. And I'm hoping to have it all ready by the summer for a convention that's coming here to Dallas in July. Now, the Black Knight, being a part of the Legendary Series, comes on this beautiful window package here. We get to see all 8 pieces, so we get the Black Knight, Excalibur, the black shield back bling, of course a crossbow, jar of fireflies, gasoline, pump action shotgun, or the pump shotgun, and an assault rifle from that season. We also get this nice kind of gold and orange hue behind him, and we get to see the end player skin right there, the Black Knight, which is pretty nice. Let's head to the back. On the back, we get a repeat of that Fortnite there. We get a repeat of the end player skin. Black Knight, the odious scourge of Wailing Woods. It's a super cool looking skin. Includes 1 figure, 6-inch, and the 7 accessories, which we talked about. Also in the cross-sell art, we get Seeker, which we will eventually talk about. Vendetta, which we will definitely eventually talk about. Dark Sentinel, which we will talk about. And Cyclo, which we will talk about. Also pictured is Kit and Shadow. Now I have Kit, but I don't have Kit and Shadow, so don't know if we'll actually talk about them, but these 4 here, I'll eventually get through. I kind of keep Fortnite on Fridays, and honestly, I've got a lot of Fortnite to cover, but I want to, share my openings with you, so just jumping in on each one. Now that's all I got to say about Black Knight in package. Honestly, there's nothing else to really comment on with them in package. We got to get this one out and get to battling. And of course, here's the Black Knight outside of the package with all of the accessories. It is a really cool lineup of accessories in my opinion. I really happen to like this one a lot. Of course, we got the Black Knight here, the crossbow, which is actually done in 2 parts, 2 different sculpts, and then pasted together. One of the things I noticed and I had seen with other people is that when they were taken out of the package, these would often bend. So I tried to take extra care with mine as I took it out of the package to make sure it didn't get busted. But that is such a cool crossbow. We got the pump action shotgun, and I know it looks like this moves, but it does not. It is 1 solid piece, but it's got some nice coloring on there. We get, of course, the assault rifle, and this is the one that has the skull and crossbones painted above the magazine. Very nice. Of course, we get the black shield back bling, and I have actually built this part in my cosplay, and it took a while, but man, it looks great. Also have the jar. Ooh, let's try that again. The jar of fireflies, and I like how they were able to kind of create this. You've got the lid piece here, you've got this kind of painted, sculpted on for that part of the lid. And then you got, a little clear tree here with the little dots for fireflies. I'm doing something quite similar with my firefly jars. They're supposed to hang off of my costume. Very nice. And of course you got that gas can. And I like this. I also like that they have the actual stem turning off instead of it being straight forward. This is cool. When I first started playing, I didn't even realize that you could pick these up and do anything with them. And when I started to realize I could do that, I would throw some in my inventory every once in a while. And I'd use it, especially when I was trying to do objectives where I had to drive. And then last but not least, his harvesting tool, which is Excalibur. That is super sweet. It's definitely one of those, as I get into the cosplay, I'm trying to figure out if I want to build one of these for the cosplay, or if I want to do like maybe the bolt action sniper rifle for the cosplay, because that was a prevalent firearm in Season 2 from what I'm told. Very nice. But of course, the Black Knight is our main focus. Now, he does go with the 40 points of articulation. You do have that ball jointed head that also has the... Oh my goodness, no. That is no good. I'm going to have to repair him. I cannot believe that just happened. Well, let me carry on with the review and I'll see what I can do on fixing him here in a little bit. That is so unfortunate. Hold on to the pieces here. Alright, so of course the head, he's got the ball jointing and then the hinge. He does have the ball jointed waist up here, or the abdomen, along with the waist. He does have the butterfly cuts here, but it doesn't give like too much. Do have those ball jointed shoulders, nice and tight. The bicep swivels along with the double hinged elbows. And then you've got, of course, the finger snaps, wrist turn, and that rocker on the wrist. And the same goes for the other arm. Over here, you do have the ball hinge tips, along with the thigh cuts, double hinge knees. You do have the boot cut here, and one thing to keep in mind with the boot cut is it does have this guard that moves with it. You have the ankle rockers, along with the foot turn and that toe hinge as well. I cannot believe, I had been playing with him quite a bit and I don't know if I had cracked it or what had happened, but I'll be popping that head off at some point and trying to fix that. It should be an easy fix because it's just gluing those back down and then moving it within its joint. That's unfortunate. Jeff will probably be laughing at me at this point because that means I broke my toy. Alright, the back bling does peg right into his back. Looks nice and neat on his back, just like that. And then let's check out some of the weapons and accessories. So, the gas tank does fit in his hand quite nicely. You also have that Excalibur. Now, Excalibur, it's a little thick on this end. As you move down, it does hold in his hand, but it will kind of fall out if you're not careful with it. But it does hold in his hand fairly well. And you can cross between the two hands as well, just because it's so large. And then you've got the jar of fireflies. Now, the jar of fireflies I had tried on the left hand earlier, and we'll take a look at that. It's got a finger slit here, which I want him to be able to hold these really well. And the right hand does pretty well, but the left hand, if you wanted to get him in the left hand, he doesn't have anything on this side to grip, so it tends to just fall out. Not lose those neck pieces here. Alright, as far as the crossbow actually looks pretty sweet in his hand. And he does grip it nicely. Let's see if I can get the fingers to fold down on it. I mean, it's one thing I'll definitely say that Hasbro has done fairly well by having the sculpted hands. There's a part of me that likes the idea of being able to open or close the hands as needed. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. But sometimes those finger joints are a bit of a pain. And then let's see, we got the shotgun. Now the one thing with the shotgun is it has an open trigger hold here. But because he doesn't have that tilt up and down, he can't really aim it. I think you can just set him up like this where he's holding it across, but you can't really have him point it out and aim it, because unless he fires from the hip, boom. And it's just because of the way that the hand is made. It doesn't work quite so well. And then the last but not least, let's try that assault rifle. That's pretty cool. The actual front of this is a little large. It does fit. And this actually, the part of this part of the carbine machine gun here, the way it sticks out, it doesn't tuck under your shoulder quite as well as you want. You have to kind of pull the arm out and away in order to get it, but then you can't get the trigger finger to pull down. So it's kind of best if you house it up and over the shoulder like this. So for display, you could have it kind of over the wrist, and that works just fine. I think my favorite for him, between Excalibur and this, I really do like the look of the crossbow, and honestly, I think if I put them on shelf, I might do something kind of like this, or have them with this and then maybe the gas tank. I think that'd look pretty cool too. Yeah. All in all, I'm really happy with this figure. I'm kind of upset that, well, let me be honest. I have been playing with this figure for a while, and I just now got to the point of kind of quote-unquote unboxing it to kind of share with you all. But I've had this on my desk, and I've been playing with it and using it as a reference for my cosplay that I've been building. So there's a good chance I probably cracked those neck joints at some point and just didn't realize it. So I'm really not going to put the fault on Jazwares here, but this is, out of a lot of the figures, the first one I got that seemed to break, that I'm actually remembering or aware of. Seems like more. Oh yeah, the P1000, I had some issues with a P1000. But so far, out of all the Jazwares I've done, this has been two minor things. So still going good for Jazwares, and for their figures, I'm still really enjoying what I have. Besides for that neck joint breaking, I really feel like this is a solid figure. And if you like the Knights part of Fortnite, what was going on during that time, this is definitely one of those figures to have. And it kind of makes me upset that we didn't get a Red Knight or even a Red Squire, because a lot of the parts would have been a reuse of system for them, and it would have been nice to have a red or blue Squire to go along with the Black Knight. But sadly, Jazwares no longer has that license to the Legendary series, and if we get anything else, it's going to be through Hasbro at this point. Now, I think the accessories that it comes with are exceptional. I like the choice of the accessories that we have. And from my understanding, this is the only time that I believe we get the Firefly jar and the gas can in this line. I don't think we get it any other time. There are some reuse of things, like the crossbow we'll get again, the pump shotgun we've gotten, the assault rifle I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure at some point with the figures from Jazwares we do get them. The shield back bling is exceptionally nice, and I think that the paint app on it is incredible. It looks really good, and it's a solid figure all in all. Now that's all I gotta say about the Black Knight from Jazwares 6-inch Legendary series action figures. Remember, they're not dolls. In this case, they're action figures. Action figures that are about to undergo some repair. Wish me luck. When I'm not recording videos here on YouTube, I'm actually over on a podcast on marvindogmedia.com called Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff. It's a really cool toy podcast. Be sure to check it out. Also, I need your help getting my YouTube channel to grow. Be sure to subscribe down below with that big red button. Hit that bell for notifications so you can be alerted of anything that comes from me to you. Like this video, it helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making, and comment down below. I like chatting with you all.